Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are going in to ramp up our Aegon. And this was the main fight that I planned to do this on, and this is why I brought Proxima. You know, this was late at night, and I should have gone to bed. Yeah, so Weapon X, he's got buff duration, recovery, and Outlast. So the nodes for Weapon X aren't really anything crazy. He does regen a lot, but that's one nice thing for ramping up Aegon. I wanted to try to get him to max 999 on this fight. I had already gotten 100 from Spider-Ham, and yeah, so for Weapon X, if you don't know how to play against this guy, it is fairly simple. His AI is very predictable, so you can see once he throws a special with 15 or more of his green charges, he will go berserk. And when he goes berserk, he triggers a passive unstoppable and a permanent passive unblockable while he is berserk. And when he's berserk, his charge thing is the red one. So when that is active, he is super aggressive, like Oscillate Fury on steroids aggressive. So what you want to do is basically do 4-hit combos, draft back, intercept, keep repeating, and then once you push him over to his L1, he'll pretty much throw it. There's really not even any baiting that you have to do, and then 4-hit combo and push him back over, bait it, and you see it's a pretty simple, straightforward fight. And basically you could get Aegon built up to 999. Now you could do this on one fight, and if you played well. I was not playing all that well, and after this fight, and you can see this first attempt was fairly solid. I was getting into a rhythm, but yeah, I messed up quite a few times towards the end, and I think my revive count was like 8. And I think I used a few health pots and stuff towards the beginning, but at the end I'm just like, if I'm getting hit, that bleed is just crazy, and I'm gonna die anyway. So I stopped healing him up. So basically, if you make one mistake, you're toast. And as far as getting into the rhythm, when he goes berserk, you can see on this last one, I basically kind of backed off, did some light blocks and release, and he generally will throw his heavy. So just keep in mind, when he throws a heavy, he will go unstoppable. It is passive, but there is enough time after he goes unstoppable to counter and get your combo going, and then push him over to L1 or do a draft back intercept, and then just kind of get into the flow. So that's how I typically will get into my draft back intercept flow when he goes berserk, is bait out a heavy and then counter it right as the unstoppable is expiring. And so you can see his berserk has dropped off, and he isn't as aggressive, so you do need to be careful with your draft back intercepts. He can easily just drop back to the wall and then come back at you and smack you. But here we're going to try to get him. So there's that passive unstoppable, and it goes on a timer. So here, that passive unstoppable is going. He gets the unstoppable and unblockable from going berserk, and then I get him to throw a heavy, and we go back in, and then we just keep hammering him down. And I can't remember how high of a combo I get. I think I get around 300 or so before I slip up. Now the one nice thing is I do have Proxima Midnight on the team, so I do have a combo protector. So if he does hit me and kill me, because I don't have, I think it's 500 combo to have that combo protector, I will be able to save and bank it. And Proxima was pretty much the only reason that I brought her along, was this fight. And I did come in with this fight at 103, and that was the few combo that I was able to bank on Spider-Ham. And you know, I'd get smacked, but because I had that combo shield synergy from Proxima, I'd be able to keep some of that combo, which is pretty nice. So here we go. I think we're gonna die here pretty soon. I think I actually end up throwing a special, and he goes berserk. No, he's gonna go berserk here, and maybe I don't. I'm trying to. Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah, I was trying to bait his heavy, and then I countered too early, and yeah, then I got smacked. So not terrible. So I did bank quite a bit of combo. I'm over 300 now, so I do get the Furies, which is really nice. But the end goal is 999. I want this dude maxed out for the rest of the quest, and it's gonna make a lot of the other fights easier. So I feel like this fight is pretty easy and predictable, and you can get as much combo as you want. So I do throw in a few health pots on this one with a 20% revive, and we're gonna go back in. But this one, this next attempt doesn't last nearly as long. And yeah, Aegon, my rank 3 Aegon can definitely kill this guy, even with the recovery and all the regen that he gets. But yeah, there we go. So we have him over the 15. He throws a special, which means he's going to go berserk. And then I'm going to try to bait out a heavy, and he is not going for it. There he goes. And then we counter right as it's expiring. Oh yeah, I totally missed throwing the L1. I didn't get into a flow. We're going to get him to throw a special, but I'm going to get hit here pretty soon. And the berserk didn't last very long, because basically as you hit him, he builds up his charges and whatnot. And yeah, because I wasn't hitting him, waiting for an opportunity to get in there. Yeah, this is where I throw a special one. I thought that special one was going to go. You want to make sure you don't hit him past 25. So if you have like a multiple hit special or whatever, special one, you do not want to hit him when he has 25 charges, otherwise you're gonna just get wrecked, because he goes that unstoppable and unblockable. So there we go. I mess up. I just don't get a simple dash back, didn't get into the rhythm on that, and died. Only got 60 combo on that attempt, which is pretty sad. But it is nice with the Proxima synergy that you pretty much whatever you get when he hits me, I'm gonna be able to bank, because that it protects the combo for I'm not sure how long, but it's a decent amount of time the combo shield is up. So we're just gonna keep going back in and ramping Aegon up. So I know you can, after he goes berserk, so he's got more than 18 here. So I typically don't push him to 25 manually, because if you hit him to 25, he'll go unstoppable and unblockable. And you can be aggressive, because he's going to be aggressive, and just go in at him. I know that's typically a way to do it, but I just try to bait out that heavy like that. That one took a little bit longer, but then once you kind of get into that rhythm, while he's under 1 bar, you can just pretty much guarantee draft back, intercept, push him over 1 bar, he's going to throw the special one. And you just keep repeating that over and over and over again. Build up your combo as much as possible. I'm throwing my special one when he's close to 1 bar, but my combo is not going to push him over, or it's going to be really close. And that's just going to help keep the cycle going. And then when he goes, when his berserk charges fall off, he will regen a little bit, but he won't be as aggressive. You can parry, he's not going to be unblockable, and then you just kind of go back and rebuild him up. So there we go, we got to 24. I'm going to let him manually trigger the berserk with throwing a special. He'll throw it, there we go, and then we're going to try to bait out that heavy. There we go, he throws it, and then we just start going to town. So that's my whole strategy. I do this for about a half hour, which it is going to be a long fight because you do have to hit him, get to a 1,000 hits, and you know you're only banking so much. So even if you get to 1,000, the amount that you bank depends on your sig ability of Aegon. My Aegon is sig 110 in this fight, and let me check to see how much that actually lets him bank. If you have a max sig Aegon, which I do have a rank 5 sig 200 max Aegon, but I didn't even consider bringing him in just because I wanted the extra attack and health and the few extra fights to get him to 999. For me, it was definitely worth the extra increase in attack and health. My Aegon at 110 is 59.34%. So if you happen to get 1,000 combo straight out the gate and then you died at 1,000, you bank, you know, basically 600 of it. So you need to get a lot. You need to get a lot of hits, but I do feel it's worth it. It's very predictable. It's very repeatable, and yeah. But for me, I think I got the 300 on the first attempt. This one, I think I'm gonna die here very soon. 200 plus. I never really got any crazy combos. I was just messed up. Yeah, right here, I threw a special one, pushed him over the 25 charges in the middle of that, and because he's unstoppable, unblockable, he just wrecked me. So you do need to be careful with doing that if you're gonna throw a special one. I pretty much wouldn't throw a special one because it has so many hits unless he's just starting his build up on his charges. Otherwise, you just risk, trying to manage how many he has plus how many hits you have on the L1, which Aegon, I can't even remember, it's like 8 hits or something, 7 or 8 hits, and I just didn't want to even think about that. But yeah, we're just gonna keep reviving, and no health potions I think from here pretty much, and we're just gonna try to build up combo. You can see he is going down slowly, but then he will keep healing back up quite a bit. There, I manually triggered the unstoppable, and there we go, we trigger that heavy, so that you just need to block just for a slight moment, and he will generally take that and try to heavy counter it, and then that just gives you your opening. The alternative is to just do an intercept. He will be coming and rushing at you with his aggressive AI, and you can get your ends that way. It's a little bit more risky, I feel, but you're gonna see towards the end, I think I do like 3 fights in a row where I try to trigger that heavy, and I was just so tired and exhausted and mind numbed from this fight, lasting so long, that I just kept missing and being too late on my dash back from the block and getting smacked because this dude's fully unblockable. So you get touched, you're getting wrecked. But yeah, this is a great fight to build him up on if you're comfortable doing this, and you can kind of just get into the rhythm and go to town, build up that combo. The damage, you can see, like, he was at close to 50%, now he's up at 80%. I wasn't even really concerned with the damage while I was fighting this. Just all I'm worried about is building up that combo and nothing else, trying to get as high of a combo as possible. So I think I got I got 300 and something, then 200. I think this one I'm gonna get around 200 and something. I don't think I got any. I think my first run was the best run with, it was like 350. But yeah, definitely you can get hundreds more on this. You just got to be consistent and just be in the flow, get that combo. So I'm gonna let a lot of this play out, and I will see you towards the end when I try to finish him off for the kill, and we'll go through that. Alright, so we have crossed the threshold for being fully unblockable. And here I'm going to mess up shortly. I think I'm going to get a late dash back. No, I get intercepted trying to intercept him. But yeah, so I think we're at like max combo now, or really close to it. I think we check, and we're gonna go in. And I don't know why I decided to do this, but I'm like, maybe I should just quake the rest. And as you have seen in some of my other videos, my quaking is very inconsistent. It's not very good. At times, you know, I can get going, but I was tired, and this was like close to midnight, and I should have just gone to bed long before this. I would have saved some revives having come back in the morning. But yeah, so he's gonna be stun immune in just a minute, and I was thinking, oh, I can just quake the rest of this, which is very doable for someone that's skilled with quake. But for somebody like me and being tired, we're gonna get whacked here in just a second. Yeah, right there. So I did very little damage, and at that point I was like, should I just go to bed? I'm like, no, I'll just finish this. So I was gonna go back in with Aegon. I'm like, no, you know what, I'm gonna go back in with Proxima, and she's only a rank 1 6-star. I just pulled her. I do have a rank 4 5-star, but I decided to bring in the 6-star just because it's got a little bit extra health and attack. And the 4th mission, I wasn't really planning on ever using her or whatnot, but here we get the parry mission, so I'm gonna try to get those parries off before I start hitting him, so that when he goes berserk, you know, you can't parry. So, but man, the block damage is pretty significant. So now we do have that mission complete. I'm gonna wait it out a little bit to see what mission I get next, whether it's intercept or knockdown. It's intercept, which is great because I will be getting those intercepts in once he goes berserk. And I was figuring that like one big special 3 could kill this dude off with all 4 prowess, and you'll find out not so much, which I was kind of surprised, because the amount of health on this guy was only 100,000 or so, but I guess because of the Outlast, maybe that's what did me in. But here we're just getting our short combos in, draft back, intercept. We're completing that mission, which is super nice, super easy, and safe because he's just so aggressive there. So now we got 2 of the prowess, and now we just need the knockdown mission. He's about to go out of the berserk mode. There we go. And now we're just gonna parry heavy and knock this dude down. Get the 3rd mission, and then when we hit that one, we will launch off a special 3. And I was thinking that this would just kill him and I'd be good to go. Don't have to worry about anything else. But you'll find out it was not the case. So he's got 19%. I probably should have gotten into assassin's range. That would have helped. Going down to 15. I'm like, oh, please kill him, kill him, kill him. Boom, 6%. And there, I'm just like, oh, and then he starts regenning like a madman. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But I'm like, if I can get up to another special, we should be good. But I mess up, which is unfortunate. Right, yeah, right there. He kind of stalled and messed up my dash back intercept on that. Otherwise, I would have finished him off. So we're just gonna go back in with Aegon. He is fully ramped up and fully unblockable, which makes it fairly easy to get ins whenever you need it. And we're gonna kill this guy off. So I think I just go and use special 2s to get some good bleeds on. And yeah, I mean, I'm in assassin's range as well. Here we go. We just need to bait a heavy There we go, right at the end, get our in, and then we're off to the races. So now if he can either throw a heavy, or I can just go in, boom. I'm fully unblockable. Should be able to intercept, and there we go. I think we're gonna throw off a big special 2. There we go. I mean, just look at that regen though. Oof. He's already back up to 15%. Once he gets out of this berserk mode, I think this is where we blitz him down. I think one more special 2 does the trick before he can start regenning back. And there we go. Our Aegon is all built up, ready to go. Thanks for watching, fellas. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it was helpful in explaining how I went about doing it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.